Hey guys, this is EJ Holland with the Wolverine.com, and we're back with another episode of Recruit of the Week. Before we highlight this week's prospect, I want to invite you guys to subscribe to the Wolverine.com right now for just $10 until next football season. That's an entire year of insider recruiting information, team information, basketball recruiting, transfer portal information, all on one place, as well as a great message board community, The Fort, for just $10 until August of 2023. And if you're already a member, you can always gift a subscription just in time for the holidays. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into this week's Recruit of the Week. And we're going to be talking about Hayden Moore, three-star linebacker out of Aurora, Colorado, attends Regis Jesuit, which is one of the better schools in the Denver metro area. Been to that program in the past for a practice, really well organized. They play decent competition, so had a chance to watch Moore's film. We're going to talk a little bit about him as a player and him as a recruit and where Michigan stands. So before we talk about him as a player, let's go ahead and kind of set the stage, because Hayden Moore isn't a guy we've talked a lot about. Michigan did offer him in the summer. They had some other linebackers on the board. He eventually committed to Nebraska in mid-June without making an official to Michigan. But the Wolverines stayed in contact. George Hilo, Michigan's linebacker coach, never really lost touch with him. So when Nebraska parted ways with Scott Frost, the talks heated up, and then looked like it kind of died down a little bit. But more recently, Michigan has really picked up the pace with him. They got him on campus for an unofficial visit over the weekend, and things have progressed rapidly there. I think the visit went really, really well. I think Michigan definitely has his attention, and he's certainly on flip watch. However, it isn't a guarantee that Michigan flips him. Nebraska is doing everything they can to keep him in the class. New head coach Matt Rule made an in-home visit. They're seeing him again this week. So Nebraska wants him on board for sure. And then you have Texas A&M. Now, I know Texas A&M was a bit of a dumpster fire this season, but they've done really well with NIL. Jimbo Fisher is still a really good recruiter as a head coach. And so they are getting the final visit this coming weekend. So kind of a three-headed race here. I think Michigan's right up there. I don't have enough confidence to put in a prediction or anything of that nature. I think we have to see where things stand after the Texas A&M visit and going into signing day. It looks like he'll fully shut things down during the early signing period. If he does take it into the late period, then that could help Michigan. Remember, something that I said that was really key is that this past weekend's visit was an unofficial visit. So if Moore decides to take it into the late period and doesn't sign with anybody during the December period, then there could be a chance Michigan gets him back for an OV. But Michigan right now, looking at the commits they already have on board at the linebacker spot, Samaj Bridgman is a bigger thumper, about 6'1", 235 pounds. So just a really thick run stuffer, your kind of traditional inside backer. Then you have Breon Ishmael, who is more of a project type, could end up also playing some edge. You have Jason Hewlett, who was taken as more of a defensive athlete as opposed to a true linebacker. So you have a thumper and a couple of tweeners. I think Moore is more of a traditional linebacker. Right now he's ranked as the number 112 linebacker in the country and number 1,244 overall prospect nationally. So that is pretty low. He's graded as an 84 on the consensus. He's actually an 86 on On3, so On3 has him as more of a mid to high 3-star, which is probably where I would grade him. When you watch this film, there are some things to definitely like. His defense is basically a 3-3-5. He does get a few snaps in the middle, but mostly plays a traditional outside linebacker role. I think at Michigan, he would be more of a will type, though he could play the mic as well. He's really physical, does a good job of filling gaps, has decent speed for his size. So again, listed at 6'3", 210 pounds, but he gets sideline to sideline. He looks pretty comfortable in pass coverage, and he does a lot of pass rushing as well. He comes off the edge as a blitzer. Sometimes he lines up as a 4'5" and gets after the quarterback as well. So he does some things that fit the profile of what Michigan is looking for. He's not overly twitchy. He's not super athletic. He is physical, but isn't super technical. So there are some tools to work with, but there are also some things that need to be taught. But who better to learn from than a guy like Jesse Minter, Michigan's defensive coordinator, who has NFL experience and is quickly proving to be one of the best young defensive coordinators in the country, as well as a recruiter. You know, he's very involved in this recruitment as well. So I think Minter and Hilo are both making big impacts in Michigan's pursuit of Hayden Moore. But again, in terms of his recruitment right now, three-headed race with Nebraska, Michigan, Texas A&M. It'll be interesting to see if the home state team, Colorado, gets involved now that they have a new head coach in Deion Sanders. I know there was some interest there in the past, but those are the ones to watch with Hayden Moore. Still a lot of moving parts in his recruitment, but he is certainly a flip possibility for Michigan as we get closer to signing day. And like I said, guys, take advantage of our offer at thewolverine.com right now. Just $10 until next football season gets you premium access at the perfect time with National Signing Day right around the corner.